Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Shri Rama Jayam Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye. Namaskar and welcome back to Amarabharati Samskrita YouTube channel, where we are studying the Manika Dvitiyo Bhagaha. In this we now look at the Chaturtha Patha, lesson 4, Aajnaa Guroonaam Hi Avichaaraneeyaa. The meaning of this title is Guru's orders, commands are indeed not to be judged, questioned, which means they have to be followed. We now look at an English explanation of this lesson. First we look at the meaning of the title, Aajnaa Guroonaam Hi Avichaaraneeyaa. Aajna means order, command, instruction. Guroonaam, of all the gurus, of all our gurus. This word is in Shishti Vibhakti Bahuvachanam. Guroho, Gurvoho, Guroonaam. He means indeed. We have the word Avichaaraneeyaa. Now vichara means deliberation, reflection, discussion, investigation, questioning, thought, judgment, etc. Avichaaraneeyaa means should not be thought, should not be questioned, should not be judged. The commands of our gurus indeed should not be judged or questioned. They have to be obeyed. They have to be followed. That's the meaning. In the beginning, we have a short conversation between a teacher and his students. Adya Shikshaka Divasaha. Today is Teacher's Day. Acharya Mahodayaha Kaksham Pravishati. Our respected teacher enters the classroom. Shishyaha Guruvandanam Kurvanti. Students offer salutations to the Guru, to the teacher. Then there's a shloka. They sing a song also. They sing a shloka. Ajnana timirandhasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurun militayena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Ajnana timirandhasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurun militayena tasmai shri gurave namaha. The Padacheda, Padavibhaga is like this. Ajnana timira andhasya is one word. Ajnana timira andhasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshuhu unmilitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. The Anvaya of the prose order is Ajnana timira andhasya yena jnananjana shalakaya chakshuhu unmilitam tasmai shri gurave namaha. The Pratipadartha is like this. Ajnana timirandhasya, of the blinding darkness of ignorance, jnananjana shalakaya, with the anointment, collyrium of knowledge. Collyrium means the kajal which they apply to the eye. Chakshuhu, eye, unmilitam, was opened. Yena, by whom? Tasmai, to him. Shri Gurave, to the Shri Guru, my Guru, Namaha, I offer salutation, obeisance. The overall meaning is like this. I offer my salutations, respectful obeisance to the Guru, by whom were opened my eyes, which were in the blinding darkness of ignorance, using the collyrium, the unguent, ointment of knowledge. The meaning is, explanation is, I was in the darkness of ignorance and the Guru applied the unguent, the anointment of knowledge on my eyes and indeed opened them. He thus removed my ignorance and bestowed the way and showed the way to knowledge. We have one more famous shloka which we hear frequently. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. This is similar to that shloka. By knowledge here is meant Adhyatma Jnanam, or spiritual knowledge, which elevates one person. Now we go to the introduction. Acharya, teacher, says, Pravishya, having entered, Aho, oh, Ati Madhuraha, Swaraha, very melodious note. Vatsaha, children, Bhavantaha Jananti Kim, do you know? Atra Kasmai Pranamaha Kriyate. Who is being saluted here? To whom are the salutations being offered here? Rakesha says, Vichintya, having thought, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Atra tu Gurave Eva Pranamaha Kriyate. Here indeed the Guru, emphasizing Eva means emphasizing or stressing, Guru himself is being saluted. Acharya, teacher says, Shobhanam, good. Guruhu iti shabdasya korthaha kaha arthaha. What is the meaning of the word Guruhu? Sumedha says, Nanu Acharya eva. Indeed, teacher himself or herself, in emphasis, means stressing it. Eva means in an emphatical note. Acharya. Shobhanam, good. Param, however, Bhavantaha Jananti Kim, Guruhu Shabdasya Anye Api Arthaha Bhavanti. Do you know that there are other meanings for the word Guruhu? Then Rucha says, Kim Asya Anyepi Arthaha Bhavanti. Are there other meanings too? And Acharya says, teacher says, yes. Shabdartham Drishtva Vadantu. Tell, looking at the meanings in a dictionary. Then Radhika says, Jnana Vriddhaha. One who is elderly in knowledge, one who has a lot of knowledge. Aajnaa, respectable or venerable. Garishtaha, heavy. Acharya, teacher says, Jnatavyam yat jnana vriddhaha yadi balopi syat sopi pujaniyaha. Jnatavyam. What is to be known is that jnana vriddhaha yadi balaha api syat. If one has increased knowledge, one has a lot of knowledge, even if a boy or a girl, means in the childhood stage itself, if one person has a lot of knowledge, sopi pujaniyaha, even he or she is venerable or worthy of reverence. Abhishek says, yes, asmabhi patitam api, by us this is also studied. Ashtavakrastu dvadasha varshiya eva asit. Ashtavakra was only 12 years old. Parantu sarvaihi vandyaha jataha. However, was respected, venerated by everybody. Acharya, teacher says, Sadhu, good. Evam yushmasu api. Likewise, someone among you also. Kaschit, somebody. Swavidyaya jnanena cha. By his own knowledge, learning, education and knowledge. Cha guruhu bhavitum shaknoti. Is capable of becoming a guru. One of you students is also capable of becoming a guru, not one. Some among you are also capable of becoming gurus. Richa, kim satyam? Is it true? And Acharya says, yes. Shravayami ekam katham. I will make you listen to a story. Yatra vanaranam varishthasya yuthapatehe upadesham avamatya. Where the advice of a head or a chief of a group of monkeys was ignored, having gotten ignored, Vanaraha Dukkhinaha Bhavanti. Monkeys came to sorrow, misery, and grief. We saw the word called Ashtavakra here. Now on the same YouTube, you have a channel called Chinmaya channel, where there is a series called Upanishad Ganga. In that episode 4 is a story of Ashtavakra. How Ashtavakra meets a person, a scholar by name Bandi, in the court of King Janaka, and Ashtavakra defeats Bandi. This is a beautiful story, and this series itself is very nice, very beautiful series. I would urge you to see at least this one episode in the context of Ashtavakra. Now, there is a particular book called as Shabdartha Koustubha, which is a Sanskrit to Kannada dictionary, which is compiled by a Sahitya Vidwan Chakravarti Srinivasa Gopalacharya and published by the Bangalore Press in Bangalore. And it's available for sale on Amazon also. So I'm going to show you the meaning of the word Guru in this particular Shabdartha Koustubha dictionary, Sanskrit-Kannada dictionary. So the word Guru is having 21 meanings, you can see, out of which we saw only two or three meanings. So this dictionary, which is compiled by Chakravarti Srinivasa Gopalacharya, is very elaborate. It has 3,000 pages. It's a very extensive dictionary, and I just showed you one particular word called Guru from the dictionary. Now, there's also a website called Samsadhani, which is hosted by the University of Hyderabad. This is the website URL. So in that, this is actually a computational Sanskrit toolkit. So there's a field called as Computational Linguistics, where you can do natural language processing using the computer in Sanskrit, for Sanskrit language. And one of the tools there is Namarupa Nishpadika, or a noun generator, where if you enter the word for which you want the declension, the Vibhakti table, you enter it here, and then you specify whether it's a Namapada or a Sarvanamapada, etc., and give the Pullinga, the gender of that, and click on this button, Rupani Darshyatam. Then it will give you all the Vibhaktis for that particular word. This is available for free. You can actually try this website. And you see in the Prathama Vibhakti, Guruhu Guru, Guravaha. And we hear some of the people say Guruvaha. That is wrong. Even in movies, cinemas, in the invocation at the beginning, they say Guruvaha. So you can actually make out whether a person knows Sanskrit or not by asking him to tell this particular table. If he says Guruvaha, then he has to learn Sanskrit a lot more. If he says Guravaha, then we can know that he knows Sanskrit. I would like to sincerely thank Professor Amba Kulkarni of the University of Hyderabad for granting me consent to include this Samsadhani website screen in these videos. I strongly urge you to go through this Samsadhani tool, and also to consider a field called Computational Linguistics, Computational Sanskrit, for your future studies. Now we go to the lesson proper. Kasmimschit nagare. In a certain city, Chandro nama bhupatihi prativasati sma. Lived a king by name Chandra. Tasya putraha vanara kridarataha. His sons engaged in playing with monkeys. Vanara yutham, playing with a group of monkeys. Vanara yutham nityameva vividhaihi bhojya padarthaihi pushtim nayanti sma. Every day, nityameva, daily, used to nourish. Pushtim nayanti sma, used to nourish. Nourish whom? Vanara yuthapam, a flock or a group of monkeys. How? Vividhaihi bhojya padarthaihi, with various edible things, various items of food. Tasmin Rajagrahe, in that palace, king's house, Balavahana Yogyam Mesha Yutham Asit. Mesha Yutham means was a flock of sheep. What kind of flock of sheep? Balavahana Yogyam, which was fit for being ridden by children. Means children, small children could sit on those sheep and ride them. Tesham Meshanam Madhye, among these sheep, Eko Meshaha, one particular sheep, Jihvalolupataya, means enamored by the sense of the taste of the tongue, means enamored by the taste of good food. Aharnisham, day and night, Mahanasam Pravishya, having entered the kitchen, the king's palace kitchen, Yat Pashyati Tad Bhakshayati, used to eat whatever it saw, it used to just eat it. Techa Supakaraha, the cooks, literally means makers of soup. We know that in English there is a word called soup, and we take tomato soup, etc. we can actually know that word soup in English is derived from the Sanskrit word. And this supakara is actually a cook, which is literally the maker of soup. Yatkinchit kashtham mrinmayam bhajanam kansya tamra patrancha pashyanti tena tam ashu tadayanti sma. So, ashu tadayanti means they used to quickly hit or beat that particular sheep which used to come to the kitchen. How? Yatkinchit kashtam, by using whatever wooden stick, mrinmayam bhajanam, earthen pot or earthen vessel, kansya tamra patram va, or a bronze or brass vessel, va pashyanti, whatever they saw, they used to take and hit that particular, beat that particular sheep. Meshasya supakaranam cha kalaham avekshya. Having seen the strife or the quarrel between that sheep and the cooks, Niti vidam agranihi vanara yutha patihi. The foremost among the wise, prudent statesmen, the chief, the leader of the monkeys, achintayat, thought so. Etesham kalahaha, etesham kalaho, navanaranam hitaya. This quarrel between these groups, these people, the sheep and the cooks, navanaranam hitaya, is not in the good interest of the monkeys, of us monkeys. Evam vicharya, having considered or pondered thus, saha yuthapaha, this leader, the chief of monkeys, sarvan kapin ahuya, having invited all the monkeys, rahasi avadat, secretly said so. Supakaranam meshena saha yeshah kalaha nunam bhavatam vinashakaranam bhavishyati. This strife between the cooks and the sheep will indeed be the cause of the destruction of all of you. Bhavatam nunam, certainly be the cause of destruction of all of you. Uktam hi, it is said. What is said? Tasmat syat kalaho yatra grihe nityamakaranah tadgriham jivitam vanchan durataf parivarjayet. Tasmat syat kalaho yatra grihe nityamakaranah tadgriham jivitam vanchan durataf parivarjayet. The pada vibhaga is tasmat syat kalaha yatra grihe nityam akaranah tat griham jivitam vanchan duratah parivarjayet. Anvaya, prose order is tasmat yatra grihe nityam akaranah kalaha syat jivitam vanchan tat griham duratah parivarjayet. The pratipadarthas are like this. Tasmat is therefore, syat, it may be, happen, perhaps, kalaha, quarrel, strife, yatra grihe, in which house, nityam, everyday, akaranaha, without reason, tat griham, that house, jivitam, life, good living, good existence, vanchan, desirous, durataha, from afar, parivarjayet, should forsake. The overall meaning is, therefore, a person desirous of having a good existence in this world should forsake from afar such a house in which there are strifes, quarrels happening every day without reason. If there is a place where there are daily quarrels, strifes, fights happening without any reason, then a person who is desirous of good existence on earth should forsake such a place. Even though this mentions about a house, it can mean an office, an association, etc. Also means that we should not have daily and unnecessary quarrels. We should always quickly settle issues in an amicable. Tatas sarvesham sankshayo na bhavet. Then everyone's destruction should not happen. Tadetat rajabhavanam parityajya vanangachamaha. Therefore, having left this king's palace, let's go to the forest. Let's all go to the forest. Yataha, because कलहान्तानि हर्म्याणि कुवाक्यांतञ्च सौहृदम् कुराजान्तानि राष्ट्राणि कुकर्मान्तं यशो नृणाम् कलहान्तानि हर्म्याणि कुवाक्यांतञ्च सौहृदम् कुराजान्तानि राष्ट्राणि कुकर्मान्तं यशो नृणाम्. The padacheda is like this: kalahantani harmyani kuvakyantam cha sauhridam kurajantani rashtrani kukarmantam yashah nrunam. Anvaya is like this: harmyani kalahantani bhavanti sauhridam cha kuvakyantam bhavati राष्ट्राणि कुराजान्तानि भवन्ति नृणाम यशः च कुकर्मान्तं भवति. Now this word nrunam is there. It is the Shashti Vibhakti Bahuvachana Rupa of the nr, means nara, man. So there is also another form for this, which is nrunam. Nrunam and nrunam, with dirgha and without dirgha. We look at the Pratipadartha. Kalahantani, end in strifes, quarrels. Harmyani, palaces, palatial mansions. Kuvakyantam, ends in foul words, bad words, abusive or scurrilous language. Sauhridam, harmony, friendship. Kurajantani, end in a bad, wicked king. Rashtrani, nations. Kukarmantam, bad, wicked deeds. Yashaha, success. Nrunam, of people, of men. So the overall meaning is, palaces or palatial mansions find their end in quarrels. Friendship or harmony finds its end in the use of abusive language. Nations find their end in bad or wicked kings. And the success of people finds its end in bad or wicked deeds. Explanation is like this: quarrels within a house lead to division or destruction of the house among its inhabitants, and actually the house gets destroyed. Use of scurrilous language among friends ends or destroys their friendship. A nation gets destroyed because of a bad or wicked king. The success of a person gets destroyed because of bad deeds, bad action. Be friendly, honest, good, noble, wise. Do not quarrel unnecessarily. Do not irritate others unnecessarily. Further, tasya vachanam ashraddheyam matva. Having considered that his words are unfit for belief, not worthy to follow, madodhataha kapayaha, the other monkeys puffed with pride. Prahasya, having laughed, avadan, said like this: Bhoho, oh, kimidam uchyate, what are you saying? Navayam swarga samanopabhogan vihaya, we will not forsake this heavenly palace. Means palace having enjoyments similar to heaven. Atavyam kshara tikta kashaya katu ruksha phalani bhaksha ishyamaha. We will not forsake this heavenly place and eat fruits which are of the taste. Kshara means pungent or saline. In Kannada it is uppu or lavana. Tikta is bitter or pungent or kahi in Kannada. Kashaya is astringent or vagaru in Kannada. Katu is bitter or caustic or kara in Kannada. Ruksha is hard, dried up, like gatti, kathina in Kannada. So we will not eat this kind of food in the forest. We are all eating heavenly kind of food. Why should we leave this place and go to some place where we get all this kshara, this kind of unpleasant kind of food? Tachrutva, having heard. Actually, the words kara, kshara, tikta, kashaya, katu all have not really very clear meanings in English. So I have put the Kannada word meanings also. Kshara is pungent or saline, Tikta is bitter or pungent, Kasha is astringent, Katu is bitter or caustic. And Ruksha is very easy, it is hard or dried up. Actually, the word Ruksha comes in the Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna tells about Rajasic food in chapter 17. He says, Tikshna Ruksha Vidahinaha Rajasa Aharaha Rajasasya Ishtaha is what he says. So these kind of food are liked by the Rajasic kind of people. Tachrutva, having heard this, Sashtu Nayano Yuthapatihi, the chief of the flock of sheep, Sagadgadam Uktavan. Sa Ashtunayana means filled with tears, with tear-filled eyes. Sagadgadam means in a choked voice, said like this. Rasanasvada lubdhahai, being avaricious, greedy for good taste in the tongue. Yuyam asya sukhasya kuparinamam na janitha. You do not know the bad consequences of this pleasure. Aham tu vanam gacchami. I will indeed go to the forest. Atha anyasmin ahani. Then on another day, saha meshaha yavat mahanasam pravishati. When the sheep entered the kitchen, tavat, at that time, supakarena ardhajvalita kasthena taditaha. It was beaten by the cook. It was beaten by the cook. How? Ardhajvalita kasthena, using a half burning wooden stick. Urna prachuraha meshaha. The sheep which had an abundance of wool on its body, vahnina jajvalyamana shariraha, with body burning because of the fire. So when the half burning wooden stick hit its body, the wool caught fire and its body started burning. Nikatastham ashvashalam pravishati, entered a nearby horse stable. Ashvashala means a place where horses are kept. So it's a stable. Dahavedanaya cha, and because of the torment caused by thirst, because its body is burning, part of its body is burning, it got thirst, and because of that it got tormented by the thirst. Sa bhumau luthati, rolled on the ground. Tasya kshitau praluthataha, because of the sheep, praluthataha means prakarshena luthataha, means rolling vigorously on the ground. Trineshu vahni jwalaha samuthitaha, flames of fire emanated from where? From the hay. Trineshu, there was a dry grass in the stable, and that dry grass caught fire, and flames emanated from there. Trina, the dried grass in that particular stable. Then what happened? Jwalamalakulaha ashvaha, being bewildered by the continuous garland or a row of flames, the horses, what did they do? Pranatranaya, in order to save their lives, itastataha adhavan, ran helter-skelter. Teshu kechit dagdhaha, among them some got burnt. Kechit ardhadagdhaha, some got half burnt. Kechanacha panchatvangataha, and some died or attained death. Panchatva means all the panchabhutas, that is the Prithvi, Apas, Tejas, Vayu, Akasha, the earth, the water, the fire, the air, the wind element and the ether element, the sky element, they got separated. So when the person dies, we say that the person attained Panchatva. Dagdham Hayashalam Vijnaya, having known about the burnt horse stable, Savishadaha Raja, the grief-stricken king, Shali Hotrajnan Vaidyan Ahuya, summoned the veterinary doctors. Means Shali Hotra means those well versed in the veterinary science of Shalihotra, the veterinary science of horses in earlier India. Ahuya having summoned them, having invited them, aprichat, asked them, Ha, dagdhaha me ghotakaha. How are my burnt horses? Katham rakshaniyaha, to be protected. How to protect the horses which are burnt? Sapati upayah kriyatam. Let the remedy be implemented quickly, immediately. Tada Raja Vaidyaha Pravacha. Then the royal doctor said, what did he say? Kapinam medasa dosho vahnidaha samudbhavaha ashvanam nasham abhyeti tamaf suryodaye yatha. Kapinam medasa dosho vahnidaha samudbhavaha ashvanam nashamasbhyeti tamas suryodaye yatha. Kapinam medasa doshaha vahni daha samudbhavaha ashvanam nasham abhyeti tamah suryodaye yatha. Anvayah ashvanam vanhi daha samudbhava doshaha kapinam medasa nasham abhyeti yatha suryodaye tamah. Let us look at the Pratipadarthas. Kapinam, of the monkeys, medasa, by fat, marrow, doshaha, defect, disorder, vahni, daha, samudbhavaha, caused by the thirst due to fire. Ashvanam, of the horses, nasham abhyeti, will get destroyed. Tamaha, darkness. Suryodaye, upon sunrise, yatha, as or similar to. So the overall meaning is that the defects or disorders of the horses caused by thirst due to the burning fire will get destroyed by the use of fat marrow of the monkeys, similar to the dispelling of darkness upon sunrise. So what it is meaning is that all the defects in the horses will get destroyed by applying the fat from the marrows of the monkeys. The king is ordering to get the fat or the marrow of monkeys to be applied on the burn injuries of the horses so that the injuries get remedied. This is what the Shalihotra expert has said. This implies that the monkeys are all to be killed. The monkeys are beginning to get afraid that they may be slayed. Now we see that there is a simile here. Tamaha suryodaye yatha. Just as darkness gets dispelled by the sunrise, by the sun, in the same way all the burning, the disorders caused by the burning will get destroyed by applying the marrow of the monkeys. Yathochitam kriyatam. Let the appropriate action be taken. Iti rajadesham shrutva. Having heard this king's command, sarve bhayatrastaha kapayah. All the fear-stricken monkeys achintayan. Bhayatrastaha means fear-stricken. Monkeys achintayan, thought like this. Ha! Hataha vayam, we are destroyed. Avadhiritaha asmabhihi guru janopadeshaha. The advices of our gurus have been ignored, disregarded, disrespected asmabhi, by all of us. Uktam hi, it is said, mitrarupaha hiripavaha sambhashyante vichakshanaihi yehitam vakyamutsrajya viparitopasevinaha. mitrarupahiripavaha sambhashyante vichakshanaihi yehitam vakyamutsrajya viparitopasevinaha. The padacheda is mitrarupaha hi ripavaha sambhashyante vichakshanaihi ye hitam vakyam utsrajya viparita upasevinaha. Anvaya is ye hitam vakyam utsrajya viparita upasevinah te vichakshanaihi mitrarupahi ripavaha sambhashyante. The Pratipadartha is Mitra Rupaha in the form of friends. He Ripavaha are enemies indeed. Sambhashyante are told Vichakshanaihi by the wise people. Ye, those, they. Hitam Vakyam, good advice, beneficial advice. Utsrajya, having ignored. Viparita Upasevinaha, those who do the opposite tasks. The meaning is, those persons who disregard, ignore beneficial advice and do actions in the opposite manner, wise persons name them as enemies, foes in the form of or disguise of friends. What is the overall meaning? Explanation. Wise people indeed offer beneficial advice to others. However, some of these others ignore such beneficial advice and take the opposite actions. They not only don't follow the beneficial advice, but also do the opposite. Such people are termed as enemies in the appearance of friends, in the guise of friends. Always follow the beneficial advice of the wise persons, wise elders. That is the moral. In case you are happy with this set of videos and would like to support this work, then the Super Thanks feature is enabled on this channel and your contributions will be gratefully accepted. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, share. This brings me to the end of this video. Aajnaa Guroonaam hi Avichaaraneeyaa, the lesson part. In the next video, we'll see you with the exercise part of this same lesson. YouTube, Amara Bharati Samskrita, Shubham Bhuyat, Mangalamastu, Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu.